Today, guys, on Beer Geek Nation, we are looking at the newest release of the Stone Imperial Russian Stout, coming in 11% alcohol by volume. This beer just came out in April. This is one of those Imperial Russian Stouts that a lot of people kind of get their start with. It's one of those Imperial Stouts that people kind of develop a taste for the style. I know it was for me. It still holds up. You know, it's one of the, I don't want to say the oldest, but it's one of the original kind of U.S. Imperial Russian Stouts that really kind of started the style. So another really, you know, big feather in Stone's hat for this one. So let me get into a glass. Let me see if it holds up to the other years and let you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give the final verdict on the Stone Imperial Russian Stout. All right, guys, the aroma on the 2014 Imperial Russian Stout. Oh yeah, lots of chocolate, lots of coffee, slight dark fruit. Definitely still a hoppiness in this one, a little bit of a citrus, kind of West Coast hoppiness in there. Roasted malts, a toasted, almost a little bit of vanilla type of flavor in there. It's just a fantastic smelling Imperial Stout. All right, guys, so the taste on the 2014 Imperial Russian Stout. Cheers. Yeah, right at the front of the tongue, big coffee, big dark chocolate, and hoppiness. That's kind of what set this beer apart. When you get it fresh, it's still pretty hoppy. Middle of the mouth, definitely some roasted, big roasted malts in there, some roasted barley, chocolate, coffee, and again, kind of a hoppiness, a little bit of a West Coast kind of bitter, citrus, grapefruit kind of hoppiness in there. It blends really nicely with the chocolate and the coffee. Pretty sweet aftertaste. In the aftertaste, you do get more of that chocolate, more of that coffee. The crazy thing about this beer is being 11%, you don't get the alcohol at all. Maybe a little bit of sweetness from it, but it's negligible. Yeah, it's just a fantastic Imperial Stout. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the 2014 Stone Imperial Russian Stout, coming at 11%, available now, guys. For me, this one gets an A. It's really one of those Imperial Stouts that kind of sets apart from the style when it's fresh. It's very hoppy when it's fresh, much like their Old Guardian barley wine, even though that's an American style barley wine. But this is one of the few Imperial Stouts that when you get it fresh, it's actually hoppy. I mean, it verges on like an Imperial Black IPA, except this was around a long time before IPAs were popular. But with that said, with a little bit of age, this one just mellows out. Chocolate, coffee, more vanilla starts to come into it. It's just a fantastic beer, and if you've never had it, it's definitely an Imperial Stout that you want to try. And pick yourself up a couple bottles, throw some in the cellar. It ages out very nicely. So getting an A for me. And remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.